Assalamu alaikum. Dear learners, I hope you are fine and have watched the previous video in which I talked about different production performance metrics and manufacturing costs that are incurred in a manufacturing system. By now, I guess, is the time that we can formally define what a manufacturing system is. Manufacturing system is a collection of integrated equipment and human resources whose function is to perform one or more processing or assembly operations on a starting raw material. In simple words, we can say that it is the system in which value addition to a starting material is done. The flow diagram shows the connection of various components in a production system with each other. At the heart lies the manufacturing system that directly controls the manufacturing operations to be performed on the work units to convert them to completed products. Another thing evident from this flow diagram is that the manufacturing support system is only concerned with the manufacturing and quality of the products. For it, automation and control technologies and material handling operations are of no concern. Let us dive into the discussion of manufacturing systems and see what makes it up, and what are different components and how they work in coordination with each other. So, a typical manufacturing system has four major components in it. The first component is, of course, the production machines and tools that will physically perform the operation on the work units. The second component is of material handling system. These systems are responsible for a variety of tasks ranging from work positioning to work transportation. Work positioning here means to correctly orient and move the work unit for loading and unloading it from the production machine or tool, whereas work transportation encompasses movement of work units between two workstations or between workstation and storage warehouse. On top of the production machines and material handling system is the third component of the manufacturing system, that is computer systems. Tasks like communication of instructions to production machines or material handling system, diagnosis of faults, and monitoring the overall safety and maintenance of production quality are handled by these systems. In other words, computer systems integrate and manage all other systems from a top level. And to supervise everything, human resources are there as well. Depending on the level of automation implemented, the involvement of human resources may vary from fully engaged to only supervision. Although a manufacturing system comprises of four major components, but they can exist in three different forms. The first form that a manufacturing system can take is of a single station cell, which is usually a worker machine cell. These cells might be manual, semi-automated, or fully automated. No matter what is the level of automation implemented within the workstation, the work units arrive and depart the workstation through manual means. Examples of such workstations can include a worker operating an engine lathe, a worker loading or unloading work units on a CNC lathe, which is capable of performing required operations automatically, and a CNC machining center operating unattended by a human worker using a robotic manipulator to load and unload parts into it. Such single station cells are in most cases easiest to implement and least expensive as compared to other types of cells, which I'll discuss in the next slides. Moreover, these are adjustable, adaptable, and can perform flexible manufacturing relatively easily. Lastly, if single station cell is manually operated, then it may be automated independently of other cells or systems present on the production floor. Moving on to the next form of manufacturing system, it consists of multi-station systems with fixed routing. In easy words, this is what is called a production line. As the name suggests, the work unit enters the system from one side and sequentially visits each workstation where a portion of work is done on it. By the time the work unit exits the last workstation, the process on it has been completed and it has been converted into a final product. Normally, the work unit is transferred from one workstation to the other either through a conveyor or sometimes by a push of a hand only. However, the main thing is that the workstations are connected through a fixed continuous route. Such production lines are used primarily for mass production. The whole production line specializes in production or assembly of normally one kind of product only, and hence, utilizing the repetition speed, the desired product is produced in huge quantities. A number of examples of production lines can be easily found in industries, out of which a couple of representative ones are of manual assembling of small power tools or similar products and fully automated automobile assembly plants. Learners should find out and give one example where such production lines are being used and write it in the comments below. This brings me to the last type of manufacturing system that can be found or implemented in modern day industry. Like the manufacturing system I just described, the last type also has multiple stations, but instead of fixed routing, these stations are connected via variable routing. Typically, such systems are used to produce medium production quantities of limited range of product styles. The range of products that are being produced in such systems have differences in their styles and form. Therefore, it means different kind and sequence of manufacturing operations are carried for each product. This difference of operation forces the routing to be variable. Basically, these are the manufacturing systems that qualify on the definition of flexible manufacturing systems. We will have a detailed discussion on such systems in a later lecture. Examples of such systems may include manned machine cells designed to produce a family of parts with similar kind of geometric features, or several CNC machine tools connected through automated conveyor system and being controlled by a computerized controller. Dear learners, this was everything for the time being that I have to say related to the manufacturing systems and its types. The next lecture will be dedicated to the second type of manufacturing systems, that is the production or assembly lines. So till then, take care and goodbye.